What I want to share is the constant through those 7 years, going from a few-person company to being on the stage at the Museum of Natural History in New York. The constant was patient first was our go-to-market strategy. Patient first was our funding strategy. Patient first was our product strategy. And I'd like to sort of unpack what that looks like. So a typical startup playbook, you start with the problem. What's that problem? What's that total addressable market? And we're going to design a product. We're going to design a set of features in order to solve that problem and win market share. And then you go out and raise capital. And you raise seed capital to build that minimal viable product that you're committing to certain uses of capital. You're committing to certain milestones that you're going to achieve. And then you want to scale rapidly, which means more and more raising, higher and higher valuation until you eventually hit that exit. And I want to be really, really clear. This is a tried, tested, best practice playbook. But in healthcare, it's really hard. And one of the things that we were humbled about when we approached healthcare was some of the biggest companies in the world with unlimited resources haven't cracked the nut. And why we believe that's the case is, think about it. You go and you raise money to build your product. You define the problem based on your total addressable market. Healthcare is complex. You got ethical issues. You got privacy issues. You've got very complex incentives, and you've got profound ethical responsibilities, and rightfully so. So what does that look like in that journey? Start with the product. Okay, we built it. It works. It has all of the features that we wanted. Well, hold on a second here. Now I'm dealing with the legacy IT infrastructure of our healthcare system. I got to tell you, we talk about AI. In some hospitals, we're still running off AS400 servers that companies were operating on in 1999. So good luck, as good as your MVP is, to actually get it deployed. And then when you do that, hold on a second here. Who owns the data? What about patient privacy? What about ethics? What about HIPAA? I better iterate. Now I need to raise more capital. My product isn't working the way that I think it should be working. What about the clinician adoption? Because before you get to a patient, the clinicians, the scientists, the caregivers have to believe in what you're doing, and more importantly, they have to change behavior in the backdrop of them being incredibly busy, in the backdrop of us hitting a once-in-a-lifetime healthcare capacity issue. And we're introducing new tools that haven't gone this rigor. And then finally, we get to the patients.